Right guys, Escort Cosworth, another one. They keep finding us and we keep finding them, which is nice. I collected this one myself a couple of days ago from the retired gentleman, so I shall tell you all about it now. In fact, I'll just grab the keys, which I just noticed were here. And then the first thing we'll do is we'll get it fired up. Runs nice and quietly. I've just been for a little drive up the industrial estate and back just so I can report on how it does drive, and it drives exactly as you would expect. And there we go. There she is. There we go. So small turbo model, very straight and unmolested underneath here. Very little in the way of modifications. In its working clothes, nice clean header tank there, look, with your blue antifreeze. I've taken a photograph of that for you. I've taken a photograph of that one for you. Other than that, it is what it is, it's an honest thing. Owned by the owner for I think about 10 years now, or thereabouts. He always fancied one, and when the farm was sold and they downsized into to a nice bungalow, he treated himself to this, so what we have here today. So that's nice. I was just saying, they don't tend to suffer too much with many things, do they? The Escort, I think, is the most forgiving out of all of them. We don't tend to have any issues with dashes and things. The seats seem to be relatively hard wearing. There's no issues. There's a little bit of colouring on that bead there, but other than that, there's no real issues in here. Gear stick gaiter, gear stick, steering wheel, all that all okay. They're all as you would expect. Radio and amplifier are in there. Door shuts are good. Door shuts, door cards. Set of Cosworth mats are in there. As usual, not a lot of wear in the back. No one tends to go in the back, do they? It's normally just the front. Parcel shelf there, no damage on the shelf, still got the original rubbers. Nicely carpeted out in the back. I've taken some photographs underneath the carpets in there for you. Inside the tailgate, again, nothing to report there, no drama, all good there. Supplied originally back in the day to that company. You remember that company? They must have sold more Cosworths, I would have thought, than anybody else back in the day. Yeah, if you wanted an Escort or if you wanted a Sierra Cosworth, or they had all sorts of things, but they had lots of Cosworths, and you were sort of in the north anywhere, you went to Well Lane. Anyway, moving on to this one, and in particular, so yeah, good on the door cards there, good door shuts, all nice and straight. I just noticed a little bit of rust just coming through underneath there. You're going to have to address that on that seam there, which is unusual, but there's a bit there. That wants doing. Passenger seats in good condition. You can get a better view of the whole cabin from here. It's just a real nice, genuine car. It's what you see is what you get. Escort Cosworth. That's come in from a retired owner who's had it 10 years. Sort of says it all, really, I think. It would benefit, it's fair to say, for a good machine polish and a bit of a detail up. It's literally just come straight out of his garage. It was pouring down with rain. We got it on the back of the truck, and I came back, just gave it a quick coat of wax and a clean round. So it just literally is exactly what you see is what you get, which personally I think is worth its weight in gold. I think that's the nice way of buying them. I think that's the best way of buying them. Literally, there you go. Sat on, obviously, a set of larger wheels. Now, the owner is hoping to come up and see me and see the car on display here with the original set of wheels for the car. As far as I'm aware, the original set will go with it, but if it's a deal breaker, be sure and get that confirmed with the office. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be the case. But like I say, if it's going to be the make or break scenario, please confirm that with the office down at Thorntondale before the auction. Like I say, he's aiming to get up and see us and see his car for the last time over the next week or two. And when he comes up, he said, I'll put them in the back of the Land Rover and I'll bring them up for you. So there you go. So that about sums it up, I think, guys. Oh, we've got some history. I ought to just have a quick look at the history with you. But a real genuine car. Yeah, a real genuine what you see, what you get Escort. Very much along the same sort of lines as the 3-door that we sold a couple of weeks ago that's just waiting to go out down into London. You know, just a real genuine what you see is what you get. And it's so nice to be able to bring some of these to the market. We've got an Subaru here, a 555 again. It's what you see is what you get. We've got a McRae edition Subaru over there. Again, it's just what you see is what you get. Direct in from long-term ownership. That's a 10-year ownership. This is a 10-year ownership. The Sierra was, I think, a 15-year ownership. You know, it's just nice to be able to bring some of those cars and offer them to you guys. Now, the Escort, we've got a couple of spare keys. We've got the pack here. I assume we're going to have... Do you know what? It was a funny old day because it was pouring down with rain and we were trying to crack on. Incidentally, I should actually have added to the Subaru behind me, but I will add to the Escort in front of me. We filmed the car with the TV production company. So they would very much like, you know how the show works, they very much like to follow the car through to its new owner. So they would love to do the same thing with the Escort, and that is meet and talk through and involve the new owner of this car. So hopefully that would be acceptable to whoever becomes the new owner. But they will want to follow the car through. You've obviously seen the format and how it works. Radio code, I just saw it wrote in the book there. What else have we got in here? Oh, there we are. There's plenty of stamps in there. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. God, I can hardly count them. Was that one? That's a separate one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I think there. 15, but obviously not a stamp as such. Obviously, we also have, you can see, a history pack there. We've got a history pack here with all sorts of extra information. There's some more stuff there, look, about the car. There's some more photographs of it outside his bungalow, I think, there. So there you have. There's a nice little pack there with all sorts in, which will all go with the car together with the spare keys. So there you are, really. I suppose to summarise, as I've just said a moment or two ago, it's one of those, what you see is what you get Escorts. I've just been for a little drive in it, not far, just up the industrial estate and come back. There's no bad noises, pulls nicely, everything seems to work. Yeah, that sort of sums it up, really. Our main viewing week, as I say, is always that last week before an auction where we've got everything on site and where most things are stationary, so there's no movements, makes it a lot safer for you guys to come and have a look. If you can do that week, then great. If you can't do that one, we will accommodate you on another day. Just give us a shout, come over, have a look, and see what you think.